Statements show that on March 13th, 2003, David Lee was killed by a single gunshot wound to his forehead.
County 911.
Help me! Help me! My husband shot himself.
The report on the 911 call was that he'd shot himself.
Gentleman's laying in a bed, guns laying beside him. Look right here. Here's another hole. He's fired more than once. Look right above his head there. There's also a shot into the bed, which is a little suspicious in itself.
There was more than one shot. And while that's not unheard of, well, it didn't look like a suicide scene.
And the statements show that the person who delivered that fatal blow was the defendant, Raynella Leaf.
He was shot almost in the middle of his forehead, but right above his left eye.
There were no signs of forced entry, there were no signs of a struggle, and there was no one else at the residence but the defendant.
Can you connect Raynella to that weapon? Fingerprints?
No.
Anyone see her pick up the gun?
No.
To any of the bullets that were used in that gun?
No.
That's a problem, isn't it, in this case?
Everything good about this woman was twisted. Everything good about this woman was turned around to be evil. There's not any real evidence to suggest a homicide.
And if I were to pull the trigger in this direction, I could strike myself, the left eyebrow. Am I right?
Yes, you could. There was only one person who wanted to harm David, and at that point it was David. He was acting suicidal.
And he makes his decision, and he takes aim.
He's a great lawyer. He's super prepared, fantastic lawyer, fantastic. He's a bad actor.
I just tried to focus on the evidence and where that was leading me.
It was hard for me to determine
You'll tell me if that's approximately 1 foot.
where we were going with certain things and trying to piece those things together.
Inside each line is an individual stain.
But you're not making a decision just by yourself, you're making a decision as a group.
This is a decision never to be taken lightly, and I assure you that this court takes this responsibility very seriously. As a senior judge, most every case that I try is somewhat controversial. Now, in this case, it's kind of simple. If it was a homicide, did the evidence show that Raynella Leaf committed the homicide? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
I really could not believe what he was saying as he said it.
You're not quite sure if this is really where this is going.
I personally have studied every shred of evidence or testimony just like you have.
Oh, I gotta breathe.
No matter where we think we're going here, that can't be how this ends.
"48 Hours, The Widow on Solway Road."